According to a model, the temperature of an object was 18 degrees Celsius when it was placed in an oven and increased by 2.4 degrees Celsius per minute while it was in the oven. The model is defined by equation y equals to bx plus c, where y is the temperature in degrees Celsius of the object x minutes after it was placed in the oven. B and C are constants. We have to find the value of C. So let's write, first of all, the initial temperature that equals to 18 degrees they given. 18 degrees Celsius. Initial means there is no time, 0 minute. X equals to 0 minute. And what happened? When it was placed in oven, it is 18 degrees Celsius. Increased by 2.4 degrees Celsius per minute while it was in the oven. Increase in temperature that equals to 2.4 degrees Celsius when it is in the oven. And they're following the model or equation, whatever it is, y equals to mx, not mx, bx plus c. We know this equation. We are familiar with this, where y is the temperature in, this is temperature, and x is minutes, and b and c are constants. B comma c constants. So we have to find the value of c. So how can we find the value of c? But at initial temperature means there is no time, like x value is 0. We want to find the value of c. So what we do is at initial temperature, it is 0. So we can easily find it. It's almost, what we are doing is y-intercept. What do we know about y-intercept? Y-intercept, we get y-intercept when x equals to 0. At x equals to 0, we get y-intercept. Y equals to something. So here it's in the same situation. It's following the same model equation, which is y equals to bx plus c. We are going to consider x value 0 at the initial place. I mean, in the initially, the time is 0. There is no time. At that point, it is 18 degrees Celsius. So just substitute y value. So let's take this. Y equals to bx plus c. So y is 18 degrees centigrade Celsius. That equals to b into 0 minute plus c. So finally, c value equals to 18 degrees Celsius. If they given at x equals to 1 minute, you will substitute 1 and then you'll get certain value of value for c. If they given at x equals to 2, they did not mention x value. So we are just considering initial temperature to get the value of c. If they mention at x equals to 1 minute or 2 minute, we take x equals to that 1 minute, 2 minute, and we'll get some different value. Done. A cheese vendor currently has 175 pounds of mozzarella available for sale. So let me write given information along with the question. Mozzarella available, that for sold equals to, that for sale equals to 175 pounds. This is the total pounds. If each pound of mozzarella sells for $8.75. So I'll just write here each pound, that equals to $8.75. Which of the following functions give the amount of mozzarella in pounds? They're asking us to find mozzarella in pounds. Let me write mozzarella in pounds, still available for sale after $D worth has been sold. Pounds got sold. This is what we need to find. How much amount of pound is left after some amount of pound is sold. But they are saying some amount of pound is sold for what? For some $D. Got it? So pounds mozzarella sold, that equals to $D. This is what we know. $D. That's what given. So what I do is this 1 pound equals to how much we know? This each pound equals to $8.75. Right? 1 pound. I just wrote in the place of pound, I wrote $8.75 each pound of mozzarella sold equals to $D. So this is in pounds. Mozzarella sold in pounds. You can consider this as this is in pounds. So what I can write now is mozzarella sold in pounds, that equals to $D by $8.75. So I just cross out this dollars. So sold mozzarella sold. I'll just mozzarella sold equals to D by 8.75. This is sold. So to write, what do we need to do? We need to write equation. I mean, we need to find the suitable function. This is the thing. Which function among this A, B, C, D suits the situation? That is actually mozzarella sold of D, not sold. Sold thing we found. Why we found the sold thing? So that we can subtract that from the total amount of pounds. This is the on the top you can see total amount of pounds of available. From that we are going to subtract the amount of mozzarella in pounds which is got sold. So that is option A. I just calculated mozzarella sold and then I subtracted that from the available mozzarella. Then I got this function. Clear?
Yeah.
No need to write this all steps actually to make you understand I'm writing. You can just directly think about how much it sold and directly you can pick option A. I'm going for next question. To commute. First of all, what is the meaning of commute? Commute equals to travel regularly distance between work and home. So to commute from his house to his office in the morning, Carl takes 20-mile route. What is this 20-mile route? That is the distance. I'm just writing it as D. And drives at an average speed of A miles per hour. A miles per hour. What is this? Speed. Because he mentioned here speed. People takes 24 miles route. 24 miles. Initially 20 miles route. Now coming back to home by taking a distance of 24 miles route. Drives at an average speed of B miles per hour. What is this B miles per hour? Again, speed. Morning commute takes the same amount. Listen. Carl's morning commute takes the same amount of time. This is the main thing as his evening commute. So which of the following equation represents the information given? It's so easy. So here the question is dealing with speed, distance and time. So what we do here, as it is dealing with speed, distance and time, so we know that speed equals to distance by time. But the question is giving information about Carl's morning commute takes same amount of time as his evening commute. So what does it mean? Time taken for morning commute equals to time taken for evening commute. This is what they said here. Same amount of time for evening and morning commute. So this is dealing with what? Time. But we have the information given is about speed, distance they given. So what we do to get time equals to distance by speed. So distance is 20-mile route for what? In the morning, 20 mile per morning, 20 by, and speed is A, that equals to, and in the evening it is 24 miles route, which is the distance divided by speed, which is B. This is our answer. Each question number 9. Each player in a golf league is assigned to one of 38 groups. The number of groups with 4 players is 3 times 4 players is equals 3 times the number of groups G with 5 players. 3 times 5 players. So here watch it. So what is group with 5 players? That is G. The value of number of groups with 5 players is G. Then if that is the case, what is with 4 players? 4 players equal to 3 times 5 players. So 5 players is G, then 4 players will be 3G. And next, there are 2 groups with 6 players. 6 players with 2 groups. And now, which equation must be true for the value of G? So they said in the beginning, altogether it's 38 groups. So I'm just equating 4 players, 5 players, 6 players equal to 38, formed an equation. Now 4 players equals to 3G from here, and 5 players equals to G plus 6 players is 2, that equals to 38. 3G plus G, that is 4G plus 2, which is 38. It's matching with option C. Question 12 and Matt were tasked with bringing popcorn to a certain event. Joe brought X popcorn, X pounds of popcorn, and Matt brought 4 fewer pounds than Joe did. So let's write here. Joe brought X pounds of popcorn, X pounds. This is X, this is Joe. And then Matt brought 4 fewer pounds than Joe. So Matt brought 4 fewer, which means X minus 4 pounds of popcorn. During the event, 60% of the popcorn they had brought was consumed. 60% consumed. So consumed equals to, it said 60% of the popcorn they had brought was consumed. For that, we need the total of this. Total equals to X plus X minus 4, that is equals to 2X minus 4. So 60% consumed. 60% of this 2X minus 4. This is the total popcorn they brought. From that, 60% consumed. 60% is how much? 60 by 100. It is 0.6 into 2X minus 4. On multiplying this, you get 1.2X minus 2.4 pounds. So this is consumed. If Joe and Matt divided the leftover popcorn evenly between them, which of the following represents the number of pounds of leftover popcorn each of them took? So we need to find first leftover popcorn, then we have to divide it. First we have to find leftover popcorn and then we have to split it. So what is leftover popcorn? So for getting leftover popcorn, what we have to do is total popcorn minus, this is the total popcorn, minus consumed popcorn. So total popcorn is 2X minus 4 and then consumed popcorn is 1.2X minus 2.4. So 2 minus 1.2, which is 0.8X, minus 4 less 2.4, which is minus 1.6. So this is the leftover popcorn. But had they asked the leftover popcorn, if you imagine that they asked the leftover popcorn for getting trapped, they clearly mentioned your option here to get trapped. But the question is not that. If Joe and Matt divided the leftover popcorn, split, leftover popcorn got divided. So this leftover divided evenly between Joe and Matt. So I just took this leftover popcorn and divided by 2. Then it's going to be 0.4x minus 0.8. That is option B, not D. They did not ask leftover popcorn. They asked the leftover popcorn got divided into two persons, which is Joe and Matt. You can see if Joe and Matt divided the leftover popcorn evenly between them, which of the following represents the number of pounds of leftover popcorn each of them took? Scroll down. That is 0.4x minus 0.8. Works 42 hours each week clearing land. Each week equals to 42 hours for clearing land. The total thing is all about clearing land. Now, it takes him 14 hours to clear 1 acre of land. 1 acre land equals to 14 hours. This week, Mitch would like to work additional hours to earn $200. Additional hours he wants to work to earn $200. If Mitch works at a constant rate and earns $875 for each acre of land. So here again I'm writing something. 1 acre, not here. 1 acre or each acre. Each acre he is going to earn $875. So from this, you need to understand what for 14 hours, that equals to $875. Then earning per hour. For 14 hours, he is earning $875 per hour. That equals to $875 by 14. Per hour, he is going to earn this much. If you just, this is the division part, you can divide or just leave it like that. Now, which of the following equation can he use to solve for H? the additional number of hours he should work this week. We just have to find which equation best suits to the situation they're asking. So you can see, you can directly cross out option B and option D, because the main thing, he's working some additional hours. He's working some additional hours to earn $200 extra. So he's also mentioned here that additional number of hours he should work this week. So definitely 200 must be involved in the equation here. And 1 hour, we need to find number of additional hours he need to work to achieve $200. So it may be A or C. And how many hours he need to work? He need to work $875 by 14. This is 1 hour. We don't know how many hours he need to work. That many hours, if you want, we don't know how many hours it is. If you keep here number, you will get it. But here, this is equal to $200. So that's option C, not A.